Alright, welcome back to another night of Recettear. Loop 2. Yep, that's what I want. Check outstanding orders. I still need to hear from Kalu, which I bet means I'm gonna want to put candy out. Yeah, I got that candy. That's so much candy. You don't even know about this candy, y'all. See if I can make enough in one day time right here to cover the rest of... Good day. Did you finally manage to get my order in? Is your laugh supposed to creep out the customers, or is that just one of your natural talents? Da-da-da! What in the name of da-da-da? Have you no shame, you ninny? Why, you're not happy? Given how long I had to wait for this, well, whatever. I did put in the order, and I do still need these. So I'll go ahead and take them now. Here's the fee. Thank the owner for me. Despite the delay, I do appreciate the help. I told you I am the owner! You really don't know when to give up on a prank, do you? In any event, you do need to learn to deal with customers better. I'll be coming in here more often from now on, so I expect good service. I can deal with normal customers just fine, thank you. Boom. Sold. I don't actually have that many people in here. This is for my brother. Listen to all of the Once Upon a Cast episodes. Wow. I mean, we caught up quite a bit. Once Upon a Cast is fantastic. Real good. Too bad. We'll never do it again. And then it's super hard to do. Oh gosh, I wonder if she can actually afford this. Alright, way too expensive for her. Ooh, I've been... Oh, sorry, that's old man. Alright, let's get here. He's from Brooklyn. Hey, Recettear, how's it going? Alright, now I'm a little bit more kind of thuggish, seedy guy. Alright, I think we're in the general area. I will take this item for 105% price because I need a wallet increase in order to pay for the really expensive stuff. My, even this racket trap sometimes has nice things. I think I'm going to go back to doing 105% on most of these to keep building people's wallets up. Because I'm starting to hit stuff that costs in the low 100,000s. Yo! How have you guys been? Today, yesterday, every day. It's been a strange day for me, but a good one. I finally got the Winter's Edge final draft characters that I ordered, and with any luck, the players will accept them, and that'll be it. We'll be done, finally. I'm hoping this is teal here or something. Alright! I finally get to have a nice big lunch for once. Time to dig in. Oh, no, it's the dog. The dog going to the dungeon. We need to level up Charme. Yep, that's all the stuff that I had. I really need to unlock the next dungeon pretty badly. Ooh, no. It's not a great start, but I gotta get into the groove of things. My cat's feeling a lot better. She's been acting up quite a bit lately, but you know, that's how cats do. A lot of my friends with cats starting to have their own issues. My fellow broadcaster and friend Recettear just got twin, like, Persian cats to go with her black cat, Momo. And the Persians were sick, and now they're finally able to interact with Momo. And it looks like they're all getting along together, which is a big deal, because cats are super territorial. And if they don't get along, it's going to be bad for everyone involved. But, yeah, Momo is proud, apparently, to have these little cats running around, teaching them the ropes, like not to pee everywhere. It's good to have a responsible cat to help you guide your other cats. It looks like we're gonna try to schedule the Magical Girl game. That's the tabletop RPG where we play as magical girls or whatever on the 3rd. But I haven't heard back from everyone, so I can't confirm or deny. Also, I've been having this thing. Yeah, I know, here we are. Rather than talking about fun stuff, we're about to get serious about life, but here we go. I only got to sleep like 5 a.m. last night, and I expect I'll be up all night tonight because of that. I think I've got insomnia pretty badly. I mean, I've been sleeping only about 5 hours a night lately, but I've been going to sleep at a regular time, just waking up earlier. But now it's the other way around. Now I'm going to sleep late. Real late. Way too late. And that's bad. Bad time. So, you know, there's a stigma against going to see doctors and stuff about things like that, but I give no fucks. I'm gonna go see a doctor. Like, sure, I could try to solve the problem with medicine, like over-the-counter shit, but that would just make me groggy and probably mess me up really bad. I don't like it. Ooh. I'd rather just see a oh, hey, it's Nagi! Huh? Ah. Mm-hmm. Hi again. Oh, my. Hello. Have we met somewhere previously? Yeah, in a way that's giving me a whole lot of deja vu. Is that right? I'm sorry that I don't remember. I take it you are here again by mistake while attempting to get home. I'm not quite sure Wait, am I? I'm somehow not surprised that you did not realize where you were. This is a dungeon, again. Ah, well, I was just heading home from the market with dinner. See, I even have my scallions with me. Wow, those look great! So perfectly green and tasty. I must say, it was quite a good purchase. This is not the time to be chewing on onions. Merd, how are you not concerned about your situation? I think something more than your sense of direction is off. I think I'll have sukiyaki for dinner tonight. Sukiyaki? I don't know what that is, but it sounds good. Recettear, can we fix some sukiyami for dinner tonight? Grain porridge. Ever and anon. Aww. Heh. I enjoy your company, you two. I must get home, however. Stay safe. I recruited Dwyer in Fire Emblem Fates, by the way. He is being an obnoxious shit. But his interactions with Ophelia are fantastic. I mean, Ophelia's interactions with everybody are fantastic. But every conversation in Fire Emblem Fates involves a highly balanced writing cast that has to combine each person's personality into that discussion. So it can't just be when Ryoma talks to somebody, it's just about Ryoma. It's got to be about both characters. And Ophelia, I mean, whoever they got writing her lines was on point. She just rocks every conversation. She's also my mainline anti-armor damage dealer. And I made Ophelia a witch, and witch's special power in Fire Emblem Fates is that they can warp to any other unit on the battlefield, which makes her extremely mobile, like unmatchably mobile. She zooms across the battlefield to wherever I'm currently fighting and is constantly always engaged and on the front line of the adventure. So, I mean, no surprise that she's one of my most powerful units. God, I could talk about my Fire Emblem Fates team for like 3 hours. Seems weird to do that while playing another game. I never played Fire Emblem 13. I only played 14. I've only played Fates and Radiant Dawn. And I understand a new Fire Emblem's out, but it's just a remake of an old one, which is super disappointing to me. Alright. Go double up. There we go. No drop, huh? I would really love to see a new Fire Emblem. And they're making a whole bunch of Fire Emblem spin-off games, like Fire Emblem Warriors. And almost half the cast is from Fire Emblem Fates. I mean, Fates was amazing and incredible. The game changer. Radiant Dawn. I must have played it when it first came out, and I was not as good at gaming as I was back then. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm not as good at gaming then as I... Oof. Wow, these tenses are throwing me off. I am better now than I was back then, which meant I sucked back then. And in response... I got my ass kicked by Radiant Dawn. Radiant Dawn was super hard, and I didn't recognize that the thing that I now know about Fire Emblem, which is that children units must be kept alive and protected at all costs, because later in the game they will be super powerful. So early on in my Radiant Dawn, I kept Mist alive, and yeah, she ended up being super powerful. But there was like a young sniper kid that died, and apparently he was one of the strongest units in the game, and he was dead, so I missed out on him. I didn't beat the game for the longest time. I kept trying. I got all the way to the 5-part epilogue, and I couldn't beat part 4 of 5, which was an incredibly intensely hard fight. And then I went back, and years later, like 2 years ago for me, so probably like 6 or 7 years after the game, after I bought it, I finally beat it by going back and being like, wow, my layout sucked. My units were terribly matched. I had no idea what I was doing. Alright, I've reassembled my army. You know, it's not like I could go and level them, right? I'm stuck in a 5-part battle. So I had to work with all of my suckiness, but I just placed the units better. Used all of their weapon triangles. That's where swords beats axes, axes beat lances, lances beat swords. Use that kind of junk to my advantage, which I don't think I was ever doing. Re-equipped all my soldiers. Basically, I gave myself a complete makeover in-game, and it allowed me to win. I was able to beat all the friggin' dragons. You're stuck in a giant tower, and the second to last fight is against a ton of dragons. And if you know anything about Fire Emblem in general, dragons are like the hardest of things to fight. They're super tough. Alright, we're just gonna clear out anything 200 or less here. Walnut bread, my old enemy. Oh, I didn't double tap. I thought I could make it out without that. Kurth Naga, yeah. So, yeah. I played a lot of Fire Emblem back in the day, and now lately I've been back on it. Someone on Twitter was talking about Fire Emblem Fates. I'd beaten 2 of the 3 games. Each Fire Emblem Fates is 3 storylines: Revelations, Conquest, and Birthright. They're actually in the opposite order. It's Birthright is the easiest, Conquest is the next hardest, and Revelations is insanely hard. And you can't play Revelations until you've beaten at least one of the other playthroughs. Which is a little weird to lock out. I think it's like $20 to buy that campaign. But it's a little weird to lock out what's essentially its own DLC game behind having to beat another game, but sure. Cross-mirroring all the princes and princesses of the 2 major realms. I'm having their children hang out together. The crown princes of each nation are best friends. They're A+ support buddies. It's really logical to set up pairs of characters, but right now I'm actually setting up trios of characters to support each other, and it's super dank. Not just, and when you pair characters together, they get like romance options. It's not weird. I know when I say that, it sounds weird, but it's mostly just them standing around blushing and talking about liking each other. No weird shit going on. And yeah, I just have a lot of characters that like each other. I gotta say, the most surprising combination I've come up with so far is Salil and Forest. They are 2 of a kind. They make for a good team. So yeah, I mean, Fire Emblem games are all about mixing and matching your favorite characters together to make them fall in love so that they'll support each other better on the battlefield. Or be like best friends or whatever if it's not romantic options. So I have this small problem with Fire Emblem Fates right now. I need to line up the full genealogy of all of my characters so I can figure out who to match together. Because I don't want to accidentally start 2 units on a romantic support storyline and then figure out at the last minute that because their parents are related, they're actually cousins, and so they just end up best friends with that person. I want to avoid getting stuck in the best friend zone. All romance all day. Lots of blushing and cuteness, and less like, let's arm wrestle together. We're best friends now. Not that that's bad, but I'm here to get kids to touch butts so that after the war, they get married. Shit. Ooh, got wrecked. Uh-oh. Alright, let's see here. Using breeding to make super soldiers? I mean, my understanding is in order to make the super soldiers in Fire Emblem Fates, you have to have 2 people have a kid. And then your main character has a kid with that kid, so that your kid will be extremely powerful. It'll have all of the build of both the original parents, plus your character, plus the kid. Alright. It'll have all of the bonuses of the Generation 1 parents, plus your personal character's build, plus it'll have the Generation 2 person's build. So you're going to have 4 instead of 2 stat growths to make them very powerful. But I don't really care about doing that. It's a little weird to imagine my character marrying basically a child. It's pretty fucked up, actually. So I avoid it, even if it might make my character mildly more powerful. All of my characters are rated in the 130 range in terms of stats. I have a weird Siegbert, actually. He's rated super highly. He's rated like 160, but his strength score is only 20. I married his dad, Xander, to the opposing kingdom's youngest princess, Sakura. And so his build is all about defense. He's got incredible stats all across the board, except for strength, which isn't growing at all. It's going nowhere. And so he's basically like a mobile defense bot, which is a little weird. All of my other characters, I'm not going to say they're glass cannons, but they're either heavily magical or heavily strength-based. So Siegbert's a little out of my style range, but I gotta tell you, it is nice to have him as a flexible option to just throw into a hole and just be like, great, you're about to get the shit kicked out of you, kid. You just take all that shit. Underage. Okay, I gotta catch up on chat here. Chat is going wild about this. Alright. Let's see here. Blue, 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 blue. Revelations isn't unlocked. It just came out about a week after the actual game does. I don't know. I remember it being locked. But I beat Conquest first anyway. God damn, Conquest is so hard. Alright. Sawfang, you never played Fire Emblem? I think you would like it. Underage marriage is the norm in anime. I mean, that might be true of anime, but I hold myself to a higher standard, okay? Oh, shit. He's gonna kick my butt unless I get in here and do something. Alright, here we go. Come on, eat that mushroom. Oh, shit. I should have seen that coming. Alright, come on. Eat that mushroom. Yeah, that's right, boy. No, don't eat the red one. Alright, we got him, boys. Reginald Drigsby, you've breathed your last breath today. I got you, son. Alright. The rating systems are silly. You look at the base set. So, I mean, the rating system is equivalent to adding all of their stats together. SP consumption halved. Well, I'm going to turn on my flaming punch and just go wild with it. One punch! I'm pretty close to leveling. I'll get all my one punch ability back. It's not a bad deal. Oops. So, I mean, my main character's daughter, Kana, is ridiculous right now. Like, my main character is a 216 stat rating, which is basically double any other character. They've got like a 50 strength when most people have 25 to 30 at the most. But Kana is like a 160, 170 character. Super powerful. Just goes around wrecking. I have this really cute thing where she and her brother, Shigure, are both they both use the same outfit. So she's a Great Lord and he's a... That might not be the right term. No, she's a Great Lord and he's a Lodestone. So they wear the same outfit as Marth and Lucina from other Fire Emblem games. So they're both wearing like a blue military cut outfit with a cape. And they're both like perfect pure sword masters. Their damage is ridiculous when they support each other. They just go... I give them long-range swords. They're swords that can somehow magically fly or some bullshit. Doesn't matter. It allows them to counteract bow units and attack from afar. Which means, even though they're both melee units, they can stand next to each other and attack ranged-wise. Which is perfect. So they literally fly across the battlefield with their capes fluttering, go into some extreme, like, battle stance, and just wreck fools. They open them up like a tin can. It's crazy how good they are together. And sure, a lot of characters have real good when you've got their stats boosted with their romantic support. When they're next to their partner, they get a lot of bonuses. But Kana and Shigure are fucking ridiculous. Their strength scores are insane. Their speed scores are insane. They have a lot of good skills. I mean, they both had aptitudes, so... I'll tell you about weebening Sawfang. There's a Fire Emblem tabletop, but it sucks. It's called, like, Fire Emblem D20. It looks awful. I'm not enthusiastic about it at all, but I have been looking into a Fire Emblem tabletop RPG, whether I could write that myself, if I could somehow rip the mechanics directly off the game by figuring out how the math works, and then speed that up using Roll20 to roll the macros out. It's possible. And I was working out the logistics of how such a show would work. And I would need to get a bunch of commissioned artwork. Fire Emblem style. Fire Emblem's got its own unique, mostly unchanged style of how portraits look in the game. And it would be a lot like a regular D&D tabletop moving across the grid. Just with different kinds of dice rolling. Lots of D100s. Wow, I am getting distracted and getting wrecked. Been that kind of day. I'm finally pulling myself together, though. Drank a lot of water. I think I might have been dehydrated. Probably gonna have to drink some immediately after the stream, too. I mean, a lot of these streams I've been doing lately are 4-hour plus, and I haven't been taking breaks in the middle of them. Last Winter's Edge, I just sat there and waited for everybody to get back. I really need to get up, move around, and get some water. Used to just keep glasses all over my table filled with water. And now I've been cleaning up my studio area. I don't have any glasses. It's a serious problem. I need to get a balance between having like 6 glasses and no glasses. Like 1 glass filled with water. Very large glass. Got him. Unodo's pixel art is a reworking of the old Fire Emblem. Is it really? I guess it doesn't surprise me super a lot. I mean, we've got Battletech this week, and I don't even know how that's going to turn out. The players, I don't think the players for that Battletech game have made a decision as to what kind of characters they're going to make. So we're probably going to have to make them on stream, which is not how I want to do things. And then they're going to have to learn to play as they go. So really, I'm actually super hesitant to go through with it. We're just not prepared. I mean, the same thing's true of Winter's Edge this week. We have a one-shot, but no one will get back to me. Sawfang. No one will get back to me, Sawfang. I'm pretty sure I saw EQ in the audience as well. about what they want to play this week. I suggested Paranoia, but no one said yes or no, so... And now it's all buried underneath all of the artwork for Winter's Edge. I don't want a D20 for sure. I do not want to use D20. I'm fairly certain Fire Emblem relies almost entirely on D100s. Paranoia, the college campus game? No. Paranoia, the robot murder from the future. Paranoia is a system where if you display any knowledge of the rules, the GM can punish you for knowing the rules. You're not supposed to read the rules before you play. So if you say that's not how that works, the GM is entirely within their prerogative. It's definitely not meant for a long-term campaign. It's more a system that's like a joke. It harkens from the old days of 1980s style anti-communist bullshit. You're looking for mutant traitor commies. The computer runs everything, and you have been cloned 6 times. Every time you die, whether you were a mutant traitor commie, or you were killed in the line of duty, or you accidentally shot yourself using experimental weaponry, you're forgiven for all your crimes. So you might actually be a mutant traitor commie, but no one can hold that against you because that was your old clone, and the new you is different. Right? Game's mostly pretty ridiculous, and it tends to be a betrayal fest. Who can betray each other fast enough? And if you betray too much, the computer can just be like, hey, you guys are killing each other too much. I guess you're all commies. It just ends up being super random and ridiculous. Very humorous game. Yeah, it was on Geek and Sundry. Matt Mercer and Jessica Marzipan and a couple other people were on. Let's see here. Sawfang streams for unknown lengths of time. Oh boy, Sawfang talking about doing a play-by-post. It's terrible, terrible, dude. Don't do it. Can't urge people enough not to do it. I took stock of all of the people in my community who were terrible at communicating and were awful towards each other and everyone in general. And really, they all showed up only for the play-by-post. And most of them wanted to like make additions to the game or its rules to match their benefit and ignore what happened. Like, the community in general that I observed was awful. Yatta! Sweets are increasing in popularity with homemakers. Racial wars in the north to end soon, sources say. Alright. I need to find Teal. Blah, 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 blah. Did you get restocked yet with the good weapons? Yeah, there we go. I want them good weapons. I can't afford any of this. Oops, that was a mistake. A rose by any other name is still a whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, wait. Let me see if I can change the tables in the other direction. Right? Let's see if we can cancel them out. What do you got for me, Tier? Alright, now I need to make it a little more light. I'm going to switch out the wallpaper from heretical wallpaper to something less terrifying. Looks like it'd be some Lord's Keep. Ah, shit, now it's too light. Alright. Too light. We need a little more darkness in our life. Oh, still too light. Ooh, no, that was a mistake. Oh, wait. Alright. You know, what would help is if I knew what the actual values of all of this were. So I could just calculate the... Oh my goodness, that's terrible. What the heck is that? Okay, change the walls, darkness. We might have to go back to the heretical wallpaper. Oh boy, this is really bad. Ooh, yeah, that's right where I want to be, actually. Beverly Hills. Oh, Charme, welcome. Alright. Alright, I didn't warm up my, Have I ever played an SMT game? I don't know what that is. Alright, I might. Nope, this is Australian. She's British now. We're moving somewhere towards Britain. I don't know, maybe like, southern Britain. This just feels like I'm making fun of Britain now. I'm nowhere near where I want to be. Alright. Bloke, top of the morning to you. Alright. Hey, Recettear, listen to this. What is it? Are you okay? You seem a little different. Sure, I got a message from the guild today. They've totally found a dungeon or some such. Whoa, really? No, I keep going all over the place. Really, really, super really. Everyone's calling it the Amber Garden. Oh, I hope it's that kind of amber. The Amber Garden? Charme? Amber like water. Huh? What was it talking about? Anyway, show if you get your chance. We should totally go. I mean, who knows what kind of items we could... No, this is terrible. I mean, you know, what kind of items we could find. Yeah, items. Nope, I don't like that either. I'm working on it. I'm getting there. SMT games are made by Atlas, the ones that make Etrian Odyssey and Persona. SMT was the series Persona was a spin-off of. Oh, you're talking about Shin Megami Tensei. I've not played any Shin Megami Tensei or Persona. And given how they look, I'm pretty sure I don't want to. I'm fair certain that there is a kid who shoots himself in the face with a gun in that game. And I'm not about that at all. Well then, but here's up now. Oh gosh. Man, I'm having a lot of trouble with this Britishness. Maybe we'll go with Australian then. Well then, back to the pub with me. Whoosh! Thanks for letting me know, Charme. A new dungeon, huh? You don't happen to have some food, do you? I was just looking around and was hoping to find some food. You know what I'm talking about, right? The food. Oh, yeah, that'll do. Wait, this isn't infused with marijuana. That's what I was ordering. Hey, you mind selling this to me? Yeah, it's a pretty good purchase, all things considered. Ah, need to help the old pension, you see. What can I get for this? Well, that seems about right, I suppose. Working hard, Recette? Haha. Oh, I'll take this, please. Right then, I'd call that a fair deal. Oh, I want to get rid of this now. How much? Yeah, price will do. Little lady, I'd like to get 2 clothes. If I come back and pick them up in 3 days, you'll be ready. Could I get this, please? Yeah, that'll do. Hey there, came by to sell this. Oops. Well, seems about right, I suppose. Oh man, I'm pulling in the XP right now. Not Nuria, not Uria. Oh, yes! Oh man, I'm about to get a ton of XP. 143. Just need one more, not Uria. Alright. It's not actually a gun in the way you think it is. See, here's the thing. I understand you're saying it's not a gun. However, it physically looks like a gun that someone is putting to their head and pulling the trigger. Like, that's not how you use guns. That's a, like, don't ever fucking do that. Like, I would never want a kid to be on a stream that I'm watching, see somebody do that and be like, oh man, I want to be like that dude. He's so cool looking doing that. Like, no. 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 Just no. No. That's bad. It's wrong. It's a terrible way to play with firearms. Because you don't play with firearms. Merde. Into her cups again, I see. Alright, we're in Australia. Oh, mate. Shilly Ferry, you can't stick a person in a cup. Maybe I could stuff you into one, though. Hey, Tear. You want some of this? Blah, 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 blah. I already did that one. Don't need to do it again. I need to get the tuna shanker because I'm going adventuring with Charmaine tomorrow. Yeah. Now I'm poor as shit. Wah, 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 wah. Replace this knight's blade with the Harpo. Oh crap, I forgot to get clothes while I was out. Oh well. Welcome to. Oh, great. Good day. You seem to be lounging about as usual. Well, that's not true. I'm really very, very busy, even if I do have my feet up on the counter. Right. Putting that aside for a moment, I assume you've heard the recent issues concerning the trade of blah, 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 blah. I don't care. Hi, how much for this? I can't ask you to go any lower, right? I'll take it. Yo, I'll take this. Pretty good purchase, all things considered. This will be a good present from my mother-in-law. I've always said she should hit herself in the face with the gauntlet that's been silverized, because I think she's a werewolf, and that might kill her. I'd like this, please. That seems to be what it's worth, yes. I think this would sell quick if you buy it. Fantastic. That's a great price. I need to get some variety of items out there. People are just buying the same shit and ignoring all those fleece mufflers. Oh, hey, she just bought that hat. Maybe I don't need to buy her a hat then. Hey, I came by to sell this today. Yeah, that price will do. A tight balance sheet this month. This is precious, but I think I can sell it. That's a great deal. Oh, did I get a merchant level up? Wonder what I got out of that. Ba ba bum, ba dum bum ba bum bum. Ohayou gozaimasu. The price of daggers has increased. Racial wars in the north coming to a head, sources say. Merchant level. I can get another store. Oh no, I don't get another level up until 30. All right, I understand now. Yeah, I gotcha, boy. Let's put out some sweets to attract people, like this shortcake and this peach tin. Not actually gonna run the store right now, though. Don't get too excited. We going out. Blues of the world. Eskimo. We are going not to the chapel, blah, blah, blah. We're going on an adventure. The tuna shanker. The sandwich plate. The fairy bracelet. No, I think that's good. We go in to the Amber Gardens. Ladies and gentlemen. The moment you've been waiting for. If you want to do a Fire Emblem TTRPG. I'm sorry, you actually mentioned that earlier, Joker. Yes, I like Fates more than I like any other system. XP gain has been doubled. What's your items like right now? Girl. Tuna shanker. Not bad, actually. Pretty good. But mostly because they're provided by me. Wow, did you see that double explosion? Not the bad. We're gonna clean up on this level. Uh-oh. Oh. Seem to be at a pretty decent level. I might speed run the first few areas just in order to make sure I can do all 25 in a row. Oh, I might not want to speed run it, and I'll tell you why. I need to find Nagi. That's the girl that's in the dungeon that we've just seen walking around. And I don't want to miss her, because you have to meet her 4 times in order to get her to come to the store, and I've only seen her twice. And if I miss her, you know, I'll have to do another dungeon run just to find her. I almost wonder if I want to turn this into a Nagi run, rather than Charmaine. Charmaine is super easy to recruit. You just have to beat her at the end of the Jade Way, which is, you know, you don't have to do anything to unlock the Jade Way. It just kind of shows up pretty early on. I think you actually do have to do stuff to unlock it, but it's pretty simple. And then you get Charmaine from there, but Nagi, having to go back and get her 4 intercessions every time, that's pretty bad. So yeah, if I meet up with Nagi and unlock her this playthrough, I might just go ahead and Make her my primary. And do Charme again another time. So you're going to play that Transported in Another World RPG idea. Yes. It's definitely on the schedule. I'm all about that. The problem is finding a third player. Or fourth player. I have 2 set in right now. I'm having a lot of trouble finding a third and fourth broadcaster with acceptable quality mic and video that will work well with the current cast that is interested in doing anime style stuff, specifically Konosuba related, or any, you know, stuck in a fantasy world, stuck in a video game type shit. It's hard to find people that are, you know, motivated enough to meet regularly and will work well with others and have the proper equipment in order to maximize audience potential and themselves have an audience. You know, I have trouble getting 2 people. Now I just need a third, maybe. And possibly a fourth. But it's finding that third that has proven so troublesome. But as soon as I have that third or fourth player, that show's gonna start immediately. As soon as I have that person. Well, alright. I'm probably gonna have to wait a little while to get art done. And do a test run of the game to make sure everybody's on board. But I'll probably... My anticipated cost right now is like $200 in artwork. For sprites, tokens, world maps, character portraits, overlays. Like, I'm putting all that Patreon dollars to go all in on that show. Just as much as I'm going to put in a ton of money into the Battletech. I mean, I've already put, I wouldn't say a ton, but I put a decent amount of money towards Battletech so far. But that's what people donate the money for, so that's what it gets used for. I'll probably get some custom music written up for it as well. I've been listening to Octopath Traveler's soundtrack. That game looks interestingly enough that I want to buy a Nintendo Switch. I've been pretty resistant on the Switch. I've always said the only reason I would ever buy a Switch is if they had a Pokemon MMO. This is, I mean, they literally could do a Pokemon ARG MMO. It would make them like $1 billion. They could fix all of the dumb shit they did in Pokemon Go that was dumb and stupid and had nothing to do with actually playing Pokemon and do it right. However, I'm willing to rescind my, some say crazy, others say reasonably well measured, but not completely thought out stance on this. Ooh, oh boy. In favor of picking up Octopath Traveler and Zelda Breath of the Wild. But, you know, it's a pretty big investment to buy a whole new console system, and I'd only be getting it for 2 games. I've not been impressed with the Fire Emblem games coming out so far. The Mario games are interesting, but they're never enough to sell me on something. Like, Mario Kart is great if it comes with the system. Smash Bros. Is great if it comes with the system, but I wouldn't go out of my way to buy these things. Which is how I have both Smash Bros. And Mario Kart for the Wii, because it came with my Wii. And I play them, but I wouldn't buy them on their own. They're not good. I mean, they're just not that good. Oh, I'm about to level up anyway. Alright. Okay, maybe set up a team dynamic. Get the Konosuba band of powerful fuck-ups or band of incompetence. Upstarts, angle smooth. Yes. The Konosuba part is definitely going to be that the players are reasonably powerful in their own way, but there's something that keeps the general public from wanting to party with them. That is, in fact, the entire draw of Konosuba, which is why I want to replicate it for the stream game entirely. And I'd also like it if they could mechanize it in the game, but OVA doesn't really mechanize drawbacks too well. I mean, to some extent it does, but I don't know that being a horrendous pervert like Kazuma, hi Kazuma des, would be a dice-worthy drawback. Or being a huge masochist like Darkness. Wow, did I reflect that? I want to see if I can do that again. Nope. Throw a rock at me. Throw a rock at me. Alright, throw a rock at me again. That didn't work either. Alright, maybe I need to do it sooner. Throw a rock. Nope, come on. I'll do this. I'm pretty sure I can do it. Nope, that didn't do it. Come on, come on, throw the rock at me. Maybe I just imagined it. I'm getting the crap kicked out of me by this dude. That's it. I'm done with you, buddy. Aqua's drawbacks are a lot easier to mechanize, given that her drawbacks are her low intelligence, lack of luck, and extreme arrogance. Megaman's flaw is her truly arrogance. Well, actually, Megaman's flaw is the easiest to mechanize in Konosuba, or I'm sorry, in OVA. So her thing is that she does only one attack a day, and it's all of her energy all at once, which you can do in the OVA system. You can take a number of bonuses to your attack, like overpowering and damage multipliers and all that crap. And every time you do, it costs you endurance in order to activate it. And so you can make an attack that is exactly enough power that it will drop your endurance to 0 and essentially knock you out of the combat after one blow. Which makes Mega Man, like, the perfect OVA character. She's got the whole anime bullshit thing going on. She's, like, the best in her tribe. She's got an eye patch on and says dramatic things all the time. She is a solid OVA character. Absolutely. And definitely anime as fuck. I mean, I have some beef with her on Konosuba in general. But that's mostly because of Kazuma's relationship with her. It's a little weird. Which is pretty easy to sum up with the words pedo neat. Also, Excalibur. I guess between those two words, you can sum up their entire relationship. Damn it. Ha! Blazed right through it. I did it this time. Alright, so I can't block it by sword swatting it like I thought I could. But I can definitely run right through it. And really, what more do you need in life than being able to run right through your enemy's attacks? Oops, I forgot. If you hit the walls, you get knocked down. Even if you get up again. One punch! One punch back! No, I fucked up! I switched back immediately after one punching, and then couldn't one punch back. Oh man, I'm gonna have to use healing items. Took all that damage messing around trying to figure out whether I could counterattack thrown weapons. And now I'm nearly dead. Wow. Alright, well, I got a question for y'all. How you doing this week? How you doing today? It's been a good day. Kind of. I mean, I've been back and forth on it. Morning was bad. Everything else is okay. Got him. Uh-oh. Nope, nope, nope. Give me that. Yeah. Coffee beans. Darkness is a character. You get massive amount of hit chance for damage resistance as the character is prone to face things that lead. So, I mean, the thing to remember is we're not going to be making Konosuba XPs or whatever. The characters aren't going to be exactly that. However, Darkness's unusual level of resistance is also patternable in the OVA system by using a attack trait called Defensive, where your attack does less or no damage, and instead allows you to act highly defensively whenever you are attacked. To represent exactly that. Wow, these things are pains in the butt. Water crystal. I don't think there's even damage resistance in the... Oh, that's right. I need to search every level for Nagi. Right. I don't think there is a damage resistant type thing in OVA. But there is ways of increasing the amount of dice that you throw. Well, I appreciate the effort you're putting into this, Joker. But it's all theoretical. What the what? Alright, this is ridiculous. Chun Maru. The name is Chun Maru. Oh. Whoa. Okay. Let's see here. I gotta catch up on chat. Sorry, I've been strangely focused on not getting wrecked, and it has turned into me getting wrecked. Do you have any idea about Konosuba-style characters that could be made? I'm not talking about the main crew, just characters in the spirit of them. I mean, yes. I mean, doesn't Maru mean, like, small or child? So I would guess Chun Maru means whatever Chun means twice. Unless Chun means something. I mean, to me, Megumin sounds like a name. I don't know why people make fun of the name Megumin, because I know for a fact that Megumi is a name. So throwing an end on the end of it, why does that make it ridiculous? I mean, that's like saying someone named the name Anthony would sound ridiculous if his name was Antonin. I mean, that's the Russian word for Anthony. Antonin. It's weird to call it that, but I'm guessing the Japanese language structure is quite different than the more Slavic or Romanic. So I'm going to clear out the old inventory of all of my garbage. Why do we have gunpowder when we don't even have guns? I'll leave that question for the philosophers. That's right, I goblin punch you fools. And then I did it. Wow, this is not killing you at all. Saw, man, I don't know if you can even talk about troublesome little sisters to me. Like, I'm sure your little sister is troublesome, but let me tell you something. My little sister tried to kill me. So, with all that murderous rage, it's amusing to see people say they got family problems. I will tell you about family problems one day, my friend. One day. To me IRL, for me IRL. Hashtag too real. I know. Drop that logic bomb on you. Attack power doubled. I mean, I prefer to have my classes exactly like they are in Fates. I don't like the triple promote system from Radiant Dawn. It made for very strange XP curves. The single promote of Fates makes perfect sense to me. The way that you can just swap through classes in Fates and pick up the skills you need before swapping again and watching your stats get rebuilt, it's interesting to me. If you want to be blunt, alright buddy. One day we will be blunt with each other. I really don't feel like we should be having a public, whoa. Who's got the worst family off? I mean, that sounds like a bad idea. But just know, folks at home, if you think you can always trust your family and they'll be there for you, you are incorrect. Your family is just like everybody else, except you've known them for longer. That's right. I'm a ray of sunshine here to mess your day up. I'm the reality fairy. Come on, come on. There we go. Damn it, Nagi, where are you? If I could just find her once, I wouldn't have to clear every level. Kazuma, Kazuma! XP gain doubled. Well, guess I'm full clearing the floor. Yosh. Oops. Oh man, everybody's just letting it go in chat right now. I told you, it's to me IRL, for me IRL. We got reality fairies for real up in this business. You know what they say about misery? It loves to talk about itself. Oh wait, did I get a new ability? What does this do? Ooh. So I guess they can't move while that's down. I bring out your tsundere? Interesting. It's not like I like you or anything. I gotta tell you, Sawfang, I like my tsundere slightly prettier. Come on, come on. Dang it. Alright, we got him. We got him eventually. It took a while to get there. Oh, Jesus. Sofang spamming non-stop emotes in chat right now. Unfortunately, we don't have EQ around to translate for us. So who knows what he could be saying. He's attempting to communicate in some crude pictographic language. One day, professors will study this language and attempt to determine what exactly it could mean. Come on. Come on. The grapes are actually worth way more than that thing I just threw out. I like how you can wall ride when you do that. That was dope. Alright, let's see what I can throw out that's not worth as much as that thing. Alright, anything that's like 500 or less. Shouldn't be that many things, but they'll be there. I'll keep the food because I'm just going to eat it later. Baka! Swap system. Oh man, there we go. Oh shit, I forgot about this dude. Doesn't seem to be working at all. Wow, that worked out great, actually. I think I'll go for another 5 levels at this rate. Defense power for everyone, doubled. Oh shit, that means they're gonna be twice as hard to kill. Yup, I need to get off this stage as quickly as possible. Fuck if Nagi's here. I'm not gonna try to double tap everybody that I can normally single kill. This is gonna be a mess. I already only take 1 to 2 damage from these guys, so this is big for them and not big for me. Man, just imagine if I was actually a skilled player at this game. I wouldn't take nearly this many hits and would be able to dungeon for much longer amounts of time. Look at that drive-by. Wow. Guy dealt 4 damage to me. And I'm out. Alright. Must drive or die? Well, good luck, Sofang. All that personal sharing seems to have brought us all down a level. Let's talk about things that bring us up a level. Cats. My cat has decided to stop killing me again. started playing with my firearm, I always keep it unloaded and safed beside my bed, because she has a habit of playing with it and knocking it off the table and such, and I would never want a loaded, unsaved firearm to get knocked off a table. But I also, in case of... I know it's not probable. In fact, it's highly improbable that there would ever be a home invasion. But I'll tell you what, having survived one, I don't ever want to be in that situation again. Right? I want my gun to be ready to go. And the 10 seconds it takes me to load the gun, chamber around, and unsafe the gun, I think I can stomach that. I don't want to be, you know, getting out of bed, trying to find my safe, in the dark, unlocking the safe, pulling a gun out. Like, that's a fucking mess. They get shot by yourself or by somebody else. I just want to be good to go while still being safe. I feel like tonight is like firearms appreciation night, right? We were just talking about firearms earlier with the Persona or Shin Megami Tensei games. Like, when you don't treat firearms as an extremely serious article, I mean, that's it. They're serious business. They fire small balls of lead at extremely high speed that will literally shock you. Your body will be thrown into shock, and it will hurt a lot. And you can die from being shot in the foot just from literal shock. Your body doesn't know what to do, and it stops. They're dangerous. They require little to no training in order to use ineffectively. And they make you a very dangerous person. You need to treat them with respect and never like toys. But I feel like I'm just... If you know about firearms, you know what I'm saying is true. And if you don't know about firearms, I sound like I'm talking a bunch of gobbledygook. So, just one of those things. This has got to be a confusing, like, conversation for non-Americans. Because they don't even have the kind of firearms access that we would here. Oh. Alright. We're past it all. Persona 5 is the only game to have firearms in actuality. Well... Magic hat. Gosh, what was the name of that game? Incredible firearm system. It was really good. I think it was called Parasite Eve. And it had a replay system where it unlocked a more difficult version of the game, which was great because you got to keep all of the guns and the tooling of the guns that you'd done throughout the first playthrough, which was really good because then you could go back and have like an SMG that shot shotgun shells, and it would be crazy as hell, and you could do weird stuff like that in Parasite Eve. And I really loved to just have like a pistol hand cannon that would one-shot blap everybody by like taking sniper rifle level damage and throwing it on a pistol so that it's quick, easy to wheel around and shoot people with. It had so much customization involved, and it was totally necessary. Like, you would not be able to get through the New Game Plus version of that game without some pretty serious firearm retooling. I think the first time I played it, I had to go through like 3 or 4 times before I was able to complete the secret content. I was very young, so I didn't know about optimization. I just did what looked cool. What looked cool was, you know, a pistol that would one-shot people, where obviously a rifle is going to be better at that, but in that game, rifles take longer to turn. You know, you literally have to aim. Anyway, Parasite Eve is fantastic. It's like Metal Gear Solid. It came out around the same time as Metal Gear Solid, and had a similar kind of, it's mostly true, but the parts that are important aren't actually true, like Metal Gear Solid. It had enough of real life to make it seem real when they started babbling about all the bullshit necessary to do the plot, like mitochondria and stuff. So anyway, Parasite Eve is about a young woman who encounters essentially a super powerful zombie named Eve, who is powered by the genetic material of the first mitochondria. And those mitochondria, like, take people over and summon monsters and stuff and turn people into piles of goo. You gotta uncover the mystery of who this person really is, because she's not who she says she is, and how it all works. Yep, Parasite Eve was dope as shit. Parasite Eve 2 was nowhere near as good, and it had several things that were really dumb, and several things that were really great. One of the dumb things it had was a super explicit shower scene for the main character, and it came right at a extremely difficult boss fight. So if you lost the boss fight, I think it was an unskippable cutscene too. If you lost the boss fight, you had to go back and watch the scene over and over and over. I mean, that boss is super hard. That's what I remember. It's like a giant pig zombie, and when I say giant pig, I'm talking like 60 foot tall, that attacks you right outside your motel, and you have to fight it on like the second and third floor. It's crazy. But Parasite Eve 2 had one simple advantage. It came out after Final Fantasy VIII, right when gunblades were super popular, and so in the New Game Plus version of Parasite Eve 2, which explain, you know, it's just like Parasite Eve 1. Even if you beat the game, you don't know what the real plot is, because half the stuff's going on behind the scenes. When you play the New Game Plus, it shows you all that behind the scenes stuff, and you can get a shotgun blade. In Final Fantasy VIII, gunblades are treated strangely. They don't actually have barrels. The bullet, I guess, fragments at the end of the it just shoots into nothingness, and the fragments fly out from the revolver chamber and injure people, and the blade shakes a bunch. That's how it's supposed to be damaging or whatever. This gunblade is legit. It's got a whole shotgun barrel that runs down the back end of the blade. You can just stand still and carefully, and your character will actually like have to take a moment to aim with the gun, because you're using a blade that's also a shotgun. That was the drawback, was that if you wanted to use it in shotgun mode, you had to like stop and hold it like that. Where you like held the back of the barrel, well, held the back of the blade by the barrel so that you could stay. Ooh, ring. Just throw away something cheap. Or eat an egg toast. That's good. Purity ring. Hopefully I don't accidentally use it, but I almost certainly will. I mean, emulation is not great. Emulation is not super big into emulation. The legality of it is questionable. I literally own the game. I have it in my folder, and I have a PlayStation, and a PlayStation 2, and a PlayStation 4. I actually skipped the PlayStation 3. I didn't give a shit about it. But that was when I went super hard into PC gaming at that time. I also skipped the Xbox. And I think I skipped this 360. I might just have an Xbox One. I think that's true. I skipped like an entire generation of gaming consoles for the PC. I guess the Wii was around that time, so Wii was my pick for One True Champion. I don't know. I'm just super uncomfortable with the not clear legality of playing emulated games. I mean, I could literally stick my my disc in the slot, but the problem isn't just having the physical disc copy on your DVD drive. It's also about uploading the specific BIOS file of your PlayStation into the emulator. So the emulators are legal because they lack this file, and then people illegally post the file. But hooking my PlayStation or PlayStation 2 up to my PC in order to get that is a ton of work. I mean, I understand why you want emulation. I'm trying to explain why I don't like the vagueness of law evolving around emulation right now. We're in a weird time for YouTube. They are cracking down on random things. They don't know why their video catch system that identifies inappropriate content for young audiences and advertisers keeps tagging LGBT positive or conservative videos. And you can go look this up. This is a thing that's happening. To a lesser extent, the conservative thing, that might just be a bias, because it's kind of happening to everybody, but it just happened to ProZD, it happened to Sid Alpha, it's been happening to a bunch of YouTubers. Adam Coble had it happen, where a bunch of his videos were tagged for offensive content because of all the LGBT talk in it, and non-advertiser friendly. So, I mean, if they can do that, and they're literally like, sorry guys, almost a year later, they're like, hey, we finally tried to discover what the issue is, because it shouldn't be happening. Like, that's bad, right? Like, if it takes you a year to figure out that it's actually happening, and you don't know why it's happening, you are fucking up at your job. That, I mean, it's just not even an acceptable answer, right? Like, if you went to, I mean, school or work, or anywhere, and we're just like, hey, I know you said this thing was happening. We finally confirmed a long time later that it's actually happening. We worked it out. It's actually happening. It's not just you being crazy. But we don't know why it's happening. Like, that's unacceptable. You need to just fucking figure it out, mate. And the problem, I think, is that Google is allowing its AIs to program themselves. This is what happens when you allow search algorithms to figure out what they need, right? You don't understand how they've come to this decision-making process. It's bad. It's not a situation you want to be in. Ooh, I'm taking hits. I will eat an orange. It really confuses me that orange isn't considered a dessert for SP purposes, because I eat oranges all the time and I think they're friggin' delicious. And I think of them as kind of a dessert thing. And you know, in traditional Moroccan cuisine, oranges are considered as a dessert. Quite literally. They are among the fruit bowls served at the end of the meal. Of course, if that's true, bananas are also considered a dessert. But that's fine. I mean, bananas are fantastic. You can get tons of them. The most important thing about bananas is that they offer huge amounts of potassium, which is used to lower the amount of sodium in your bloodstream. A lot of people don't get nearly enough potassium in their body to cancel out the sodium. Ooh, man, this is dank. I really like that setup. Alright, so let's do this again. What do we have? We had it facing downwardly. Nope, that was bad. That was bad too. There we go. And now let's go sideways. Ooh, no. Lots of expensive items are dropping, but of course, My inventory is completely full. Oh, did I level during that fight too? That's great. I was probably pretty damaged, and now I'm good. If you ask me why I turned my targeting computer off, I'd say it's because I'm okay. Oh, dang. I didn't even think about that. With my shadow form, I can literally get behind people and back attack them. Oops. I mean, I don't know that it's specifically about societal bias in the terms of Google, but it could be. I mean, the problem, again, is that they don't know why it's doing what it's doing. And I personally don't know if it's just because they messed up and they've let their AIs program themselves, but that's what I think is the problem, right? If you don't know why, and you're a programming company that literally does all the programming at the high end that they do, it's probably because they just let the AI do it. They just chilled out, and we're like, hey, Mr. AI, you do all this math for us. But I'm no computer programmer. Tried to avoid it. It's kind of messed with my career a bit, to the point that I'm starting to learn computer programming just to catch up. I like physically building things. SP consumption halved. I went to school to do antennas, antenna arrays, and communications, which doesn't require any computer programming at all. Well, I guess it does require some machine language code learning. But mostly it's about how to get one signal from one place to the next. Turns out people don't need that many antenna engineers in the world. They only need a couple of them. Oops. Oh, snap! You can do more than one? Holy cow! This is so dope. Wow, that one guy just rocked the house with me. I'm getting a little nervous about doing the whole run in one playthrough, especially with how full my inventory is. I think I'm gonna stop at level 20, and then we'll do 21 to 30 tomorrow. Oh, hey, it's Nagi. I finally found her. Hi again. Oh, my. Welcome. Welcome. Wait, this cannot possibly be your home. Huh? Oh my. No. This is not my home. Where am I exactly? This is going from mildly amusing to deeply disturbing. How is it possible to have so little spatial awareness? I do seem to run into the two of you often when I come this way. Do you, by chance, live here? In this lava pit? Absolutely not. We actually run an item store. Sometimes we go inside dungeons with adventurers, and then we sell what we find in our shop. Oh my, that sounds like a lot of fun. I would like to visit your shop sometime. We'd love to have you stop by. Our place is on the top of a hill in the town. The hill? In town? Was there a hill? Okay, you know the town market? Head straight to the square from there. I see. And then, you turn right. I see. And then you just go up the stairs, remember? It isn't that hard, really. Tear, I don't think I can explain this to her. I am struggling to refrain from all comment. Oh, don't worry. My sense of direction is excellent. I think I can find your shop with no problems at all. But how? And this is why I attempt to refrain from editorial content. That reminds me. I haven't asked your names yet, have I? Oh, well, I'm Recettear, and this is Tear. Is that so? I am called Nagi. I apologize for the late introduction, Recettear. Tear. It is a pleasure to meet you both. The pleasure's all ours. See you at the store. I wonder if the fourth encounter I need isn't in the dungeon, but to actually get her in the store to get her adventuring card. I'll have to look it up on the wiki later. Itsuyo! Daijoubu desu ka? Uh-oh. I forgot. I'm so full on oh no, it tossed me all the way to the beginning? Holy shit. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna do it. Ho ho! Ho! Go, Charme Squad! Ikuyo! Damn, that's actually super dope. You can just create a wall to cut between you and all of your enemies. Nice. It's way more easy to do, and everything only cost half. Oh man. I lost all my time running into walls and getting knocked down. And then I had to get back up again. I said they'd never gonna keep me down, but then they kept me down. But then I got back up again. Well, now I have 2 purity rings. Punch! Alright. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Oh, this was awful. I'll tell you what. I have been watching some of the new late summer incoming fall television, and the Orville is terrible. It is truly awful. It's basically just like a not funny version of Star Trek with no attempt to hide the source material. Except the situations that happen on it are even more unrealistic. Enemy power doubled. Shit. Well, just gonna try to get through this level as quickly as possible without any fucks being given. Whoa! That was not good. Total Biscuit loves the Orville? It's really not funny. I kind of like Total Biscuit now again. I had a problem with him for a really long time because he was super shady, but he seems to have finally moved past that period of his life. And if you're wondering what shadiness I'm talking about, it's when he was making space oh man, this is really good. Holy cow. It was when he was making Space Pirates and Zombies. He recommended the game repeatedly. It turned out he was a voice actor on it, and the game was awful. It was terrible. Space Pirates and Zombies is not fun. It's a bad game. I was super pissed after that, but now he seems to be a lot more transparent about his reviews. He seems to be a lot more transparent about his involvement in things before he tries to promote them. It was shady because he was a voice actor in the game and didn't say, I am a voice actor in this game, that is why you should buy it. He just said, buy this game, it's great. And in fact, it was terrible. Man, I'm having a lot of trouble finding the exit. I mean, this is more than 5 years ago, and like I said, he definitely changed after that point to be way more clear about these things. Because he got a huge amount of backlash from people like me who stopped listening to him when he did that kind of stuff. Volcanic Crab! I'm gonna defeat you the way I defeated all my other enemies so far, with a wave of Charme bots. Wow, her DPS potential is ridiculous. I don't know what that thing is, but I want it, and I'm willing to drop whatever I'm holding in order to get it. The Whale Killer. The White Gauntlet. Day 13. The price of shields has decreased. The price of candy has normalized. Best-selling book, Sister Struggle, to have a sequel announced. Question mark? Oh, I want to put that tuna shanker right up front so people come in to buy it. Specifically, I want Charme to buy it. We'll turn this into a store day and hope maybe we can get Nagi in here. Oh, hello there, Recettear. Still manning the store, I see. It's the foie gras discussion. I don't suppose you have some food? I've got food just for you, Louie, and that food is super expensive. If you recommend it, Recettear, it must be good. Yeah, that'll be fine. Ah, this'll do. Alright, that's a good price. Do you have a ring by any chance? Actually, I did just pick up 2 rings. 1 ring to rule them all. 1 ring to find them. And in the darkness bind them. Mr. Cat, I want 3 books and I want them in 3 days. If you can get them for me, that'll be awesome. I'll lower myself to buying something from you. A scarf. Actually, I have a bunch of scarves that I just took off the shelves. I'm totally prepared for this transaction. Oh, fine, I accept. Not too bad for a pro. Bum, 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 bum. Uh-oh. I didn't actually sell that much. I'm right in the middle where I want to be. Ah, Regette. Engaged in plebeian labor as always. Hey, Alouette, you going somewhere again? Indeed I am. Oh, truffles. I thought it was desserts. It was actually pigs. Oh no, I thought it was candy, but it's actually pigs. It's neither of those things. Ah, little lady, how much for this? I've got a demon in my basement that I wanted to bane. So I bought the sword Demon's Bane. Made sense to me. I'm looking for a weapon. How about... Oh man, I could sell this for a lot of money right now. And so I will. Perfect, you know just what I wanted. Right then, I'd call that a fair deal. I'd like a hat. How's a magical hat? Yes, that'll do. I want it to appear magical and shit. I see, that's a fine price. I think I might sell this. How much? Man, even stuff like this sells. Mommy asked me to sell this. Oh, it's really that cheap? Okay. It pains me to part with this, but for your sake, I'll sell this to you. Hopefully it will make this place look less like a shanty. Well, fine. Hey, miss, I need 2 weapons. If I return in 2 days, will you have them? This is a present for Daddy. You're a good little girl. You have one of these? It's a lucky day for both of us, then. Your haggling skills win, miss. I'll take it. Eh? Do 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 do. Recette, I wonder, have you heard? Blah 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 blah. Hey there, came by to sell this takoyaki. It's neither candy nor fish, or is it candy and fish? I actually don't know. I probably should learn. Working hard, Recette? Oh, I'll take this, please. Right then, I'd call that a fair deal. If I want a book, what would be good? Well, not that extremely expensive book I tried to sell you before. How about this book? Thank you very much, Mr. Cat. Mommy asked me to sell this. That's great, thank you. How much for this? How's 210% sound, buddy? I can't ask you to go any lower. Right, I'll take it. I think this might sell. How much? I'll take that price. This is just what I was looking for. Wow, when we were talking about Fire Emblem, so much was going on. And now that we got real talk about families, Everybody's like, chill as shit. I'm gonna sell you a vase at 145%. I suppose I can deem to accept that. Alright, speaking of chilled as shit, I think we gotta call it early here for tonight. I am chilled as shit, which is to say, super, super tired. Given that I only had like 4 hours of sleep, I'm just gonna call it and try to get to sleep earlier on time today. So, once again, thank you for joining me. You could be anywhere else in the world, but you chose to be here with me doing this.